Hello, hi, good evening, guys. This is Sharad. Welcome you guys on aboard. Okay, we will shortly start our webinar. Hello, hi, good evening, guys. This is Sharad. Uh, yes, yeah, we have little bit of technical problem here, I guess. Okay, I think it's fine, I guess, right now. Sumita, what do you think? Like, still, is there a echo there? Yeah, thanks, Vivek. Yeah, it's fine now. Fine. We can start webinar shortly. Hello, guys. Good evening. This is Sharath. Welcome to our webinar. Today, we're going to see a lot of things on the AWS. Today, it's our webinar is all about the possibilities of machine learning and artificial intelligence in AWS cloud platform. Of course, yes, there are some free gifts and cash prizes also waiting for you guys. Of course, let us start the webinar in 3 minutes. Of course, let's have some chat about what exactly we're going to see in this webinar today. Okay, this is all about the possibilities of machine learning and artificial intelligence in AWS cloud platform, right? Okay, let me introduce who is Citron Technologies and what we do. Basically, like Citron Technologies, actually, we are a startup company. We are working towards industry 4.2. Normally, we have our own devices where we deploy in industries. We collect the data from the machines. Means a lot of data, maybe that auditing data from the machines, and we collect in our AWS cloud platform, and we do analytics with that based on machine learning, and we give a predictions. uh, in a simple words, I can tell when the machines are going to be die in an industry, like whether it should be maintained or whether it should be maybe like it should be thrown out, or maybe a new machines need to be get it into the industry, whatever the things. That's what like Citron Technologies actually we do. And we conduct a lot of workshops, training programs, a lot of the things on IoT, machine learning, all those stuff. And last last month on 26th and 27th, we have finished our IoT workshop. It's I can tell like it's an amazing workshop where we had a lot of fun on AWS. Do you guys know what we did? Like normally, like we build a water dispenser. It's a smart water dispenser where you can control over an internet throughout any part of the world. And we had a lot of fun, and we made a tiny hardware part, and we had worked on a software part on AWS cloud, and we configured both hardware and software. And obviously, like at the end of the workshop, we used to switch the water dispenser from a remote area, and of course we had some great fun. Yes. Yes. Now let us quickly move into our webinar part. Okay, okay, these are the things what we're going to see today, the possibilities of machine learning and artificial intelligence. And you can see these are the topics what we're going to see today, like about Amazon SageMaker, Amazon machine learning, Amazon Poly, Amazon Lex, Amazon Transcribe, recognitions, and Amazon Translate. These are the things what we're going to see in this today webinar. Before that, let us have some basic about what is machine learning is, like what is artificial intelligence is, right? Yeah. uh, yeah, guys, like you can see this lovely picture, right? It's so beautiful, right? Like maybe I used to go and sleep in that, just in that park, right? Like I don't want to work somewhere else. I don't want to like go to the job. Like you just imagine like if you are staying in a Bangalore, right? Just going to the job every day, and like with that traffic, like traffic hurts, right? In a Bangalore, right? Very, if you can see this such a place where the beautiful place, like you can go and you can have some fun. You can get your pets or maybe your kids, all those things. You can have some fun, right? Okay, like means what we like. Why I'm showing this image, basically, right? We want to like just you can see like just by seeing this picture, right? You can able to recognize this is the park, right? This is the park, and there are the peoples along with the dogs, and there is a path there. There is a lot of grasses, and there is a lot of trees behind, right? Okay, like wait. How do I know this is the park? How do I know this is the dog? How do I know this is the kid? How do I know, right? How do I know, basically, right? Because we like the transformation, like how just see this picture, right? How we transform from a kid and from a old age people, right? Means just imagine there is a kid here. Just I will pick my pencil here. You can see the kid like a newborn baby, okay, right? Then the kid, from there it starts learning how to drink the milk and how to start walking. And then it goes to the LKG or UKG, maybe a school. Then it goes to the next level, maybe at 11th and 12th. Then he will go for the degree, maybe like he will go and do the engineering, right? Then he will go for the job. Maybe he looks like a businessman, maybe he is going to do businessman, right? He's going to go do his business. And again he becomes old, right? But why what's happening? happening in each and every stage of the human, right? You learns a lot, right? You learn in each and every part of you the stage of a human. For example, in a baby, he baby learns how to walk, how to speak. Basically, that's what, like, first he started the first letter, maybe like the first word what he baby tells, like normally like everyone maybe like is he start from mother, like amma, like whatever he tells, right? That's how it starts. Then he starts learning a b c d or maybe whatever, right? Then he starts learning some other thing, maybe a complex, maybe like grammar or mathematics or science, physics, chemistry, biology, maybe like each and every like, well, we growing, right? Like each and every path of a human, like we will be shaping ourselves. That's what we do, right? Someone who goes through, like someone will be good in engineering, he will go and like be a master in engineering. Maybe someone will be good at business, he will go and do a business. That's how, like, we there is a lot of learnings, that lot of transformations on each and every stage of a human, right? That's why, like, let us come to this picture again, right? We know like what we learn from a kid, and we can recognize easily, okay, this is the dog, this is the dog, and this is also a dog with a ball inside his mouth. And you can see this is the trees here, and there are some grasses here. You can able to recognize, because like you are trained from your kid, you are trained from your kid. That's what you can able to recognize, this is the grass, this is the path. That's how it works, right? Similar to that, this is actually a machine learning, guys. Like, okay, like just consider you are a machine. Of course, like you are a biological machine. Like from a kid, you have people's like your mother, maybe your father, you have trained in each and every part, including your teacher, you trained in every part. Like as a mission, just consider now you are a mission, okay? Not a biological mission. Like now you are a mission, like, okay, a lot of things will be learned from a kid, and you have trained by yourself, right? And you can able to recognize what are the things in front of your eyes, maybe like eyes in, if you're seeing something in your eyes, maybe like basically you can consider that as image recognition. Basically you can process that image and you can able to recognize, right? And even if it is a text, you can, if you are reading a book, you can recognize the text, right? That's how the machine learning works, right? Just imagine like what are the biological machine learned as an humans, right? It's the same thing you are trying to teach the machines, right? You can see there are some servers, there are some PC here, there's a Raspberry Pi. Okay, these are the mission, this is the mission, and you are trying to teach this mission, right? Basically, like what is the image to recognize, how if the image comes in front of the camera to recognize what is, whether it's an image, whether it's an apple, whether it is an orange. So you are teaching a machine to recognize, right? That's what the basically the machine learning is, right? And how like normally, like, like maybe like a lot of people's like out there, maybe IT people's, like someone who is working in a software, or maybe someone who is working in a hardware, right? So like you can know, like basically the machine understands 0 and 1, right? It's a basically a, like machine works with 0 and 1, it doesn't understands anything else normally. Like machines are built with a lot of math, right? That's what, like, machine learning in terms of a like physical machine, like how the machine learning, it's a basically the combination of the mathematics, and with the mathematics built around the algorithms, right? Like this is what the basically the definition says. The machine learning is a study of algorithm and the mathematical models that computer system use to progressively improve the performance on a specific task, right? The specific task may be like you want to recognize the image, or maybe you want to recognize the, you want to read the text, whatever, right? Like let us go to an example. Okay, like you can see in this picture, you can easily identify what is it, what it is, right? Like as a biological machine, you can able to understand this is 3, right? That's what, like you can able to clearly identify whether if it is blurred or not. Like you can able to understand this is 3 clearly, right? And what if, like, if you want to make the machines to understand this is 3 exactly, what is this, like you want to make the machine, you want to teach the machine to understand this is 3, right? So like now you can see this picture, which has some it doesn't have a lot of clarity, it is low pixel, and you can see the it is a 28 px into 28 px format. It is has a lower resolution here. And of course, like whenever if you can able to see this 3, you can, your brain, you can easily identify this is exactly the 3 is, right? It won't represent as 8, it won't represent as maybe a b. No, it is exactly, your brain can able to clearly identify this is 3 exactly, right? And you can see this pictures on your right side. You can, like, even if this three is represented in a different format, maybe the first three what you can see here, maybe like it doesn't looks like three, but you can, like, you can, your brain obviously, like, it gives a prediction if from yourself, okay, it will be three, of course it is a three, right? And like in maybe like in any way you can represent the three, like, of course, like if there is a possibilities, it represents, okay, this is exactly the three, right? Yeah. And of course, like how the recognition happening in your eyes, of course, like you have a light sensitive cells in your eyes. That's what, like, it is helping you guys to just to recognize, okay, like this, they take the light sensitive cells in your eyes, it takes the object and recognizes, and it processes in your brain, and it tells that it is a tree, right? Yeah. And of course, like means even if it is, like, you can compare, right? Like, okay, for example, you have a one more three on your left side and one more three on your right side, you can able to recognize, okay, this is also a three, this is also a three, for example. Okay, if it is six, of course you can able to recognize, okay, this is not three. This three, whatever the three on the left side, it is not equal to the three on, it's not a three, it's a six. It recognizes, okay, this is not equal, right? That you can able to recognize in your biological machine, that's a human what you are, right? And similar to that, you can make those things possible in machines. You can teach the machine how to recognize this is three, or whether it is six, or whether it is zero. You can write your own models, and you can train the machine according to that, right? Yeah. For example, like how in terms of machine, like in terms of a PCR, maybe like if you are using a physical computer to do a machine learning, how that works. Normally, as I said, it's nothing but a math, right? And it's nothing but a math. Like each and every part will be mapped to some other thing. For example, I can say, like you can see here the grayscale values and the white scale values, like whatever you can see, like each and every part of the pixel is represented with some numbers, right? Based on the numbers, you can write a machine learning model, and it can recognize according to that. Okay, like normally, like, means, right? Like normally in our brain there is something called neurons, which carries the information from one part to another part of the brain, right? Similar to that, machine learning has its own neural network. Like you will be designing your own neural network. It is called some, you will design your own neurons, like how much neurons you need in a machine learning, you will design those things. Like machine learning also has some neural network, right? Let us see, like, well, basically what is the use of the neural network in machine learning, right? Means in neural networks are basically like which carries information, obviously, yes. And each and like you can see, these are the different layers. Maybe I can tell layer one, layer two, layer three, layer four. Like each and every layer of the neural network, it has its specific part. Like maybe this part works on a specific part of a machine learning, and this part play an important role in a specific part. I will show that in a further webinar, like how this neural networks will be used, especially in this machine learning, right? And of course, why we are using this neural network, right? Yeah, normally it's for learning. Like each and every part, like each and every layer of a neural network processes different informations. For example, uh, let us move further. Of course, like neural networks is nothing but where it learns everything. Like it's a learning happens in neural network. You will be training your neural network to whatever there. For example, if you are processing image, right? Maybe like image, you can, like, each and every part of the image will be processed in different layers. For example, you can take the same pictures what I am showing in a previous slides, like the three or maybe a six, right? Each and every part of that picture will be processed in different layers of the neural network. Okay, like now you can we can take this an example. Maybe you can tell, like, this here we have four layers, and you have a four neural network layers. And what is this 784? I will just show what is that 784 is, right? And yes, and now this is how the recognition happens. Like for example, here you will be providing an input. Maybe like you will be using these pictures. Maybe like if you are passing seven, okay, the information will be processed in different layers. Okay, it will be processed here, it will be processed here, it will be processed here. Finally, it will be processed here, and it recognizes, okay, this is seven, not six. It is not five. It clearly processes. 7, right? And if you are inserting maybe a 6, or it can easily identify this is 6, right? That's how for the processing informations you will be using this neural networks, right? This is how, like if you are importing 2, like each and every information will be processed in this layers, and it recognize it is 2 exactly, right? And we have like two types of neural network you can consider, like one neural network which will be good for image recognition, and the long short term neural memory network which will be good for speech recognition. For example, like you will be using, like if you are processing, like you can process the images, right? Of course, I can give an example, like for example, like if you want to recognize, like if there is a company which is separating a lot of different fruits, right? They have some camera kept in front of that conveyor belt. Like for example, it recognizes, like if apple comes in front of that camera, it should be processed and kept in some of the separate boxes. And if it is recognizes the orange, it should process and it should be kept in separate boxes, right? So you can apply this concept there. You can put a camera there and it recognizes it does the task according to your instructions, right? And of course, like now we can talk about a little bit of what is that neural network exactly, what are the neurons and how they are connected, right? The neurons that holds the numbers. For example, as I told, the picture as a, like for example, if you consider that 3 which I have showed in our previous slides, it holds different numbers in it, right? Like wherever it has a grayscale value, it has some value, maybe around 0 to 1, right? That's how, like the number, it holds a value. For example, now you can see this picture which is representing, it's a 9, and it is 28 into 28 pixels. And now I will talk about what is that 7, uh, the 784 which I showed here, right? Yeah, this is nothing but like means it's a 28 into 28 pixels, that is totally 784 neurons totally holds 9. That's how the 784 represents. Like for example, uh, you can take that uh, for example, you can take, like you can see these values here, right? Like this is what, like it, like wherever it is clearly, like wherever the 9 represents, it holds the value 1. Wherever it is so nearer to that, it represents like, okay, let's somewhat lower, maybe like zero point 0.8, right? That's how the information will be holded, right? That's how that information, that number is called the activation part. And okay, this is what the first layer, what I told, right? The neural network, what I have showed in previous slides, it has 4 layers. And you can tell that, like the first layer, whatever that is, a 28 into 28 pixel of the image, it holds 784 neurons. That is 28 into 28 pixels, the totally 784 neurons in it. That's how the neurons on the first layer it is represented, right? Yeah. Okay, means the middle layers, they are called as a hidden layers. As I told, like each and every layer of a neural network, it has its specific function to do. Like I will show it in further slides. Means for example, this neural network, as I told, this is the first layer. It has 784 neurons in it. For example, if you have instead of 28 into 28 pixels, if you have some other higher resolution picture, you will, the number of neurons will be get increased, right? And yes, let us proceed further. Okay, this is how the information get processed. Like you input the data here and it will be processed. Like the first layer will be processed and it will pass the information to hidden layers, and it will process the information to hidden layers, and finally you will get an input, right? Means like the specific use of hidden layers to improvise your predictions. For example, like it goes deep and process the information very deeply, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. This is how. Okay. Like means how this informations are getting processed. Like I showed the picture, right? I showed the picture 1, 2, or 3. Maybe like now I am showing here the picture 9. I am showing the picture 8. I am showing the picture 4. Right. This is how exactly the informations are get processed. You can see, like in, if you take 8, right? It has like if you take 8, or maybe if you are taking 9 or 4, right? If you take, let us take 9. Okay, 9 has the 2 elements in it, right? You can represent, like there is a circle here, right? And there is a one more line here, right? These are two informations. Like This is how the neural network process the data. Like for example, like one neural network takes this data and one layer neural network takes this data and process the information. If you take 8, of course, like 8 has two elements in it. It will maybe like you can take the two circles. Of course, like this is not exactly looks like a circles, of course. Like, okay, let us consider, okay, like how the 8 will be chopped into like two parts, and this is how the information will be processed, right? Yeah. And if you take yeah, now if you take the 4, 4 obviously has this two like three parts, of course. Like this is a one part, and this is a one part, and this is a one part. This is how the details will be like splitted and chopped, and this is how the informations will be processed, right? Yes, of course. Yeah, this is what I need to tell, right? Yeah, you can see this. I think you guys can able to see this clearly. Okay, now you can see this. For example, if you consider this as, of course, this is 9. The hidden, as I told, like hidden layers are specifically used for process your information so deep. For example, in this slide I have showed, okay, the 9 has been chopped into two parts. One is this is, and this only the two parts, right? And you can see in this picture the 9 has been chopped, and like it has been chopped and cut to different elements. Okay, that's how the information is processed. Like for example, I will show it in further slides. Yeah. Okay, now you can see this. For example, if you're considering this as this is actually a 0. Now the 0 has been, of course, like in the previous slides I have showed, if it is 9, okay, it has only two elements. Like one is the 0, whatever the part, and there's a one line, right? This is how the information is passed. This is like they have separated into first part and second part, right? Okay, now you can see how this hidden layers, how this process the information basically. Like now you can see the 0, right? The 0 has been separated into one, two, three, four, five parts, right? It has been separated into five parts, and it is processed by hidden layers. Like you can, like this is like normally like hidden layers can improvise your predictions, improvise your prediction techniques, right? Yeah. Further, like of course, like you can see how this is like still it is getting processed. You can see like 0, how it is getting like cutted, and like it is processed in each and every layer, right? You can see like 1, how it is just like how they are separating into three parts, right? Of course, like you can separate until end, like of course. Yes. Yeah. Okay, like this is how this is what I need to show you guys. Okay, like now here you inputs the data, that is the 9. What do you inputs the data, and here the hidden layers helps basically to cut 9 into different parts. For example, you can see like they have cut it into more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 parts, and it is getting processed in hidden layers. And you can see another separations happening in another hidden layer, and finally it recognizes, okay, it's 9, right? Still, like if you need more accuracy, if you need to improve your accuracy, still you can go under process. Like if you have, obviously, like if you're having a high density, like high resolution picture, obviously you will be getting a good results, obviously, right? Yeah. And now we have lovely lion here. Of course, you can see like how normally if you take the entire picture like this, like if you want to process, like it can be processed in different formats. Like you can see the outer layer, like it is getting, you can use a lot of softwares, and you can use a lot of algorithms which is available. You can take the image, and you can try to take that outer part, like this all this outer part of the picture, and you can start recognizing, right? Yeah. And yeah. And this is how, means you can also like when the part we have seen, like how the image is basically recognized, like how the image, like the 9 is getting separated into different elements, and how it is getting like how it is getting uh, basically like cutted, and it is processed in different hidden layers. And this is the audio, like how the recognition basically taken places. For example, if you consider that recognition, right? You can recognition, right? RECOGINTION, right? This is how the separations taken places in terms of like audio processing, right? Yeah. Let us go further and see some of the techniques. What is available in machine learning, right? And like for example, like I will show this three techniques. One is the classification, and is the clustering and recognition, and regression, right? And let us see like what is classification. For example, we have two pictures here. One, we have a men and we have a woman here, right? Here like classification is nothing but you classifies between the two elements. For example, you have a men here and you have a female here. You can able to you can, as a biological mission, as I told, like you can clearly you can classify this is a woman and this is the men, right? This is how you teach us a computer or maybe a PC, like whatever, right? The machine learning model to classification, like basically it runs like it's nothing but a true or false, right? uh, and it also like helps to recognize, okay, whether it is an apple, whether it is an orange, right? You can use the classification algorithms, and you can do the machine learning further, like you can use classification algorithms for doing a machine learning for in terms of recognizing like maybe if it is an image or not or whatever, right? And we have clustering, it's nothing but a grouping, like where you have a group of elements inside. For example, you have a men shoes, women shoes, women t-shirts, and men t-shirts, right? That's how you cluster the different elements together, right? For example, like you can, if there is a if there is like, for example, if there is a men, and if there is a man, and if there is a dog, sorry, dog, right? Yeah, if there is a dog, like of course, like you can't cluster together, like if there is a men and dog, it doesn't matter, it doesn't make sense, right? This is how you can use the clustering basically. And you can there is some algorithms also available in there you can use the k-means algorithms for this, for the clustering process. Like what is this algorithms, like algorithm set of instructions, like where you can use for specific use cases. For example, like based on the use case, you can use the different algorithms. For example, if you want to like use a basic image recognition, you can use some other clustering. For example, you can use classification. Again, it depends on the use case what you're working on, right? And we have a regression here. It's nothing but the relations between the mean value of one variable, for example output, or a corresponding value of another variable. For example, you can see the graph here, the time versus cost, right? You have all these elements here, and you basically you uses these elements basically for the regression process, like where you can identify. For example, if there is a temperature graph, okay, like if you are monitoring the temperature data, right? You can use the regression algorithm, and you can use for the predictions, like maybe if for weather forecasting, you can identify what will be the weather tomorrow and maybe a day after tomorrow. That's how you can use the recognition process to identify the weather monitoring process, right? And some of the use cases what we can see, right? Means normally like spam email detection. That's what the famously we know, like lot of, like of course, like Gmail as the wonderful service, like all the spam mails, right? A lot of mails will come and sit into your Gmail account. That's how like your Gmail servers can able to identify whether it is a spam or whether it's a good mail, whether it should be landed in your inbox or not, right? That's how. And translations, of course, like language translation. Google has the wonderful service like Translate, right? And image search and clustering and classifications, right? That's what I told. And yeah, some of the use cases, like you can like sentiment analysis, speech recognition, what I told, for the decision making, fraud detection. There are a lot of use cases, as I told. Of course, like you can pick one good use case as what you want to work on, right? And now let us move into some of the algorithms which is famously available in the market. Of course, I can tell like I love TensorFlow, because like TensorFlow is all I can tell like one of the famous algorithm in the world, like which is doing a great job. And there is a shocking news, guys, like TensorFlow, now the Google is releasing TensorFlow 2.0. Like I'm just waiting for that. There's a lot of good features involved in that, right? Like you can use different types of algorithms for based on your use case. Here we have TensorFlow, MXNet, PyTorch, a lot of things you can choose, right? And And here we have a graph, like I can tell, like one is the comparison between like some of the algorithms which is doing good in the market. As I told, TensorFlow is an amazing thing which is working fine in every industries, right? And we have Keras, PyTorch, as a lot of things. And programming languages, of course, means a lot of people, they just think like Python is the one of only a programming language available for the machine learning. No, like now you can use a lot of programming language. Of course, like Python is the one of the famous thing, until right now you can like use Python for machine learning. Of course, like Go is also doing a great job, and you can also do use JavaScripts, and you can also use C++, and you can also use Java, right? And GPUs, like why I'm talking about GPUs for machine learning, right? Graphical processing units, are CPUs, or maybe a TPUs. Not what is a TPUs. TPU is nothing but TensorFlow processing unit. When is the thing is only specifically built for machine learning, for especially for the TensorFlow algorithms. And normally, like CPUs, GPUs, or TPUs are basically used for the better predictions, for fast results and small footprints and low power, low cost, right? Like wait, like why you need first of all the GPUs or CPUs or things, like it's for processing it's for training your models, right? Like normally you will be having a model, and you will be having a lot of data sets, and you want to process all those datas, right? So you need the processing power, right? And you, like for example, there are some training, the model trainings will happen maybe like for the weeks, and there are trainings happening for the months, right? So in order to improvise in order to fasten your like machine learning, for model training, you use this GPUs, like high end GPUs, all those things. I want to show this next slide. Okay, and these are some famous GPUs and TPUs which is available in the market, and you can see these are the two things which is specifically built by Google. Is a custom made, actually, like it is a custom made TPUs only for the TensorFlow processing unit. Like they are doing a good job. Like you can, like the models which is being trained for a month, you can easily train it for maybe like I can like in 1 or 2 days, right? That's how you need processing powers, right? And now it's time for us to move into the possibilities, like what are the things what are the things you can do it in uh, Amazon Web Services, right? And means I'm just not doing a marketing here for the Amazon Web Services. Like I'm just want to show like they have some good services, like they provide some good services for machine learning, IoT. Like they have some good frameworks, like where you can go and create an account, and you can start working on that. Okay, like let us go into our first thing, Amazon machine learning, right? Let me show, like before that, let me show like let me go into okay, okay, Discord. Okay, let me go into my AWS account. Mhm. Okay, yes, here, yeah, here, like if you like after creating your an account, like yes guys, like you can go to AWS, and you can create your free account. Like if you are creating an AWS account, obviously they are providing 1 year free trial. You can use within that free trial limit. You can also go and search in a Google, like what are the free trial limits are available, and what is the time, the amount of time you can use the specific services. And yeah, obviously it will work, right? Yeah, after logging in, like this is how this AWS dashboard will completely looks. And yeah, here, like I think, like if you are logging in, like if you are new to AWS, maybe like you can't able to see this all these services. Means like you can see this service like option here, like you can press, and you can able to see all the type of services which is available here. And of course, like they have bunch of services, like you have storage, they have identity and compliances, and a lot of services for Internet of Things. Of course, I love this, working on this, obviously. And here, like what we have, our the favorite thing, the machine learning services, right? They have a bunch of services. They have Amazon Sagemaker services, Comprehend, Deep Lens, lex learning, poly recognition, lot of things, right? Yeah. And let us go back to our slide. Yeah. Means let us speak about Amazon machine learning, right? Amazon machine learning is a managed services for building ML models and generating predictions, enabling the development of robust, scalable, and smart applications, right? Okay, we don't need this definition. Like what's happening, like what you can build with this machine learning platform, what they have in AWS. Like quickly, I will go. I will just enter into that machine learning platform. Yeah. Yes, like I think yes, it's get loading. Yes, like what's the beauty? What is the real beauty of this machine learning platform? Is right. Like for example, like means I can tell like one who want to start with machine learning, one who want to like clearly, one who want to have a like great hands-on experience on machine learning, one who want to like for example, if they don't have a much programming expertise, for example, you don't want to be an expert in Python, or maybe you don't want to. Even I can tell like the beauty of this machine learning platform, right? You don't want to be a programmer. I can tell like that's what, like you don't need any programming expertise, you don't need any prerequisites for this platform. I can tell like only the two prerequisites what you need: one to use this internet and one to use your PC. That's it, right? You don't need any programming skills for working on this Amazon machine learning platform. That is the beauty. This is a platform, like it has its own templates inside, like where you can get your data sets and you can import your data sets and you can do your predictions easily in this. You don't need any programming skills. I can tell like for example, like if there are some digital marketing guys outside, if they want to do predictions, like maybe on the digital marketing side, for example, maybe like I can give one more example. Like if you want to do a machine learning for energy auditing, maybe like just consider you have collected all your energy data of your home, and now you want to predict and like what will be my energy bill next month. That's what you can exactly do without any programming expertise, right? Means will be the right platform, I can tell one who want to start with machine learning to know how this machine learning works, right? Yeah, you can upload your data, you can analyze and you clean up the data. That's what the steps in machine learning. And you can create the training, and you can evacuate your model, and you can create the predictions, right? And now it's time for demo. Like I will just show like I mean, I can't train for the entire model as of right now. I will just show my data sets what we used, and the predictions what we made, right? Yeah. I will just open this folder quickly, and we have this two data sets here. Like this is one of the data sets what we have. Okay, I'm speaking about something called data sets, right? Data sets is nothing but where you collect all your data. Here for example, the data sets what I'm showing here, it's digital marketing data sets. Okay. It's nothing but, for example, like you guys maybe attended some of the like events outside, right? It may be like a lot of corporates, they will just conduct the events outside. Like maybe they will come there and they will put the stalls there and they used to display their products there, right? Means normally what happens if I'm going to that stall, right? What happens basically, like they used to speak about their product, and of course like they at the end they used to collect your informations, right? They used to collect your email addresses, maybe your name, and they used to collect a lot of feedbacks, right? Maybe like how do you feel about this product, maybe some of the questions, the bunch of questions, like you will be answering these questions. And that's how like you collect all this data and you form it, as it is called like a data set what you have, right? The data set what I'm showing in the screen as of right now, it's a digital marketing data. Like it has some 40,000 data sets, like 40,000 data sets. And we use these data sets to do predictions. For example, like we do machine learning with that to in order to predict, okay, like 40,000 people, like 40,000 data you have, like 40,000 people have visited your stall in in an event, in maybe an exhibition. and and they have provided some good feedback to you. Like okay, like now you want to predict, like from the 40,000 people, like how many of them really going to buy my product, right? That's what you want to predict, right? So you do the machine learning. You can take this data set and you can do machine learning with this exact platform, and you can do the predictions, right? And I have one thing called banking predictions. This is what my test data, what I have. Like here I am trying to predict for around, I guess, 4000, I guess, yes, exactly, the 4120, 120. Like this is my data sets where I have 40,000 datas here, and this is my test data set, like what I have uh, here. It's like for 4120, right? After, like, you will be training your model by using this data set. Like after the training is getting over, now you need to test your model. In order to test your model, you will be using this data set, which is 4120 test data sets. Like you will be importing this data into this machine learning platform, and you will be doing the predictions, right? And obviously you will be getting the predictions, like how many of them from 40,000, from like you have a trained data sets of 41,000 people, and you are testing for only 4,120 people, and now you want to predict from 4,120 people how many of them going to come back and they exactly going to buy the product, right? This is what the digital market is actually need, right? Yeah. And we made those predictions and we will show that results, of course, yes. And means you can see the best answer what I'm showing here. Like this is what, like, we use again, like talked about algorithm, right? The based on the use case you need to select the algorithm. Here we choose binary classification algorithm. Like binary, it's nothing but 0 or 1. That's what we need, right? Just I will show results here. Means one represents it, they're going to come back, and 0 represents they not going to come back. And I will show here, okay, like all these ones I just filtered my thing, and I will just show like from 44, oh, sorry, like from 4,000 people, 4,120 people, how many of them they're going to come back and they're going to buy the product, right? Yeah, here you go. Like exactly I can tell, like here the count is 112, right? Guys, just see, like, means I have trained the model by using the data sets what I have, like 41,000, and I have tested my data, my model by using 4,120 people. So from that, 100 and like 112, like 112 people, they're going to come back and they're going to buy this product, right? This is what exactly you can do without any programming, in any line of programming. This is a great platform, I can tell, for one who want to start with machine learning, right? Yes. And yeah, uh, just I will close this. Yes. Now let us go to our slides. Yeah. Okay. The next thing which I am speaking about, it's a Sagemaker. It's an amazing platform. I love this. I love to work on this. Like Amazon Sagemaker, of course, it's a platform built for, well, for the developers, one who are a data scientist, like one who want to build, train, deploy the machine learning models quickly. What is quickly here? Like means I spoke about a lot about GPUs, right? I spoke about like you want to have a like much processing power, all those things, right? Like I have showed this platform, right? This machine learning platform. Here you're doing nothing, right? You're uploading data, you're cleaning data, and you are building, like you are building your predictions. That's it. Like you are not choosing what is the GPU you need, what is the processing power you need, right? You are not choosing anything. You are not writing any programming here, right? And here in this SageMaker, you'll be writing each and every line of the program. Like that's what, like you can do. Like you can use Python here, along with like this SageMaker platform is integrated with Jupyter notebooks, and you can use Jupyter notebooks to write a Python programming, and you can bring your own algorithms inside the SageMaker. Like if you want to use TensorFlow, you can use TensorFlow inside. You can bring TensorFlow, and there are a lot of AWS algorithms which built, and you can use that algorithms inside. And there are you can use mxnet, pytorch, whatever. Like you can write all your programming programs here, the Python programming. And you can bring, like one more thing is, like you can select like what is the processing power you need, like what is the memory size you need, all those things. You can use SageMaker itself. I will quickly show how this SageMaker platform will looks like. We'll go to services again. Like you can easily get all the things here itself. And if you are difficult to find anything, you can just type it out. Yeah, Amazon SageMaker. Yeah, SageMaker here. We'll just click it out here. Yes. Yeah, here. Yes, we have a lot of questions here coming out. Yes, guys, I'm going to answer your questions. Yes, let's just quickly finish it off, and let me show like what's happening here in the SageMaker. Okay, like this is how the SageMaker looks exactly. And of course, like you can build your own notebook. That's what that Jupyter notebook what you're going to build. And you can start like of course this is the flow, right? And you will be creating a notebook, you will be training, and interface happens, right? And you will create the endpoints, and you can do the predictions at the end of, like, you can do all the predictions in SageMaker itself. That's what the SageMaker is amazing, I can tell, right? Yeah. Next we can quickly go to the Poly. Yes, Amazon Poly. Amazon Poly is a service that is built for like for the normally for the turn text into life like a speech, right? Normally like text into speech conversion. That's what like Amazon Poly is famously called for. Means I will show the demo here, like how you can use Amazon Poly. I will go to my dashboard again. I will go to, I will, okay, I'm just looking for that. Maybe I can search. Okay, yeah, Amazon Poly here, right? Okay, what happened? What's wrong? Yeah, it's okay. Fine. Yeah. Okay. Now, this is how the Amazon Poly looks like. It's nothing but, as I told, it's a text to speech conversion. But I want to give some use cases here, right? Just imagine, like, if you have some websites, maybe like some of them who is working in IT or somewhere else, like you can have like maybe you have some e-commerce website or maybe a blog, right? It works wonderfully for the blog, I can tell. Okay, like just imagine like whenever like some people comes into your blog, you want to know, like you want to like you can convert all the text whatever in the blog, and you can convert into speech, right? Then like if I'm just come to the blog, it start reading all the text. You don't want to like, you don't want your audience to read all the text, but your blog will read for them, right? Yeah. Here you can insert all your plain text. Okay, here this is how you can insert all your plain text here. And here you can select the language, like what type of language you want to, like you want to do here. Like for example, I can select US. We have Hindi, Japanese, yes, a lot of things. Let us go to, let's proceed with English. India, yeah, we have India. Yes, like when I'm changing this language, right, we are getting the voice, right? Ravina, and we have Aditi, of course. Like, why there is no men? Okay, like wow, like we have a lot of men in India. Yes. Oh, okay, no problem. Okay, let us choose Ravina. And when I'm clicking the listen to speech, right? Normally the text will be converted into a speech, and it reads normally. Yeah, let us think. I'm not sure whether you can listen. Thanks, Ravina. I don't know like whether you can hear this sound. Maybe like you can like if you can't able to hear this sound, maybe like you can also like go and create your AWS account, and you can start experimenting on this. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Thank you, Ravina. Okay, let us listen to Aditi. Right. Thanks, Aditi. Yeah, this is how Amazon Poly works. You can obviously like there is something. There are a lot of options here. S3 synthesis task. Like S3 is nothing but it's a bucket. What is available in the AWS? Like you can dump all the things inside. Like if you want to dump audio, video, whatever the things you can dump. It's a normally a storage place where you can store everything there, and you can get the data from that S3 directly to the Poly, and you can convert the data, and you can also directly link it to your blocks, right? Yeah, that's how the Poly works, right? and you can see this entire thing, right? AWS, these frameworks, they have built everything, like they have given us a template for us to use, right? Means everything, the machine learning, everything is running behind, right? Yeah, means as I told, right, these are the two important platforms, like these are the two core platforms what I told, like one is the machine learning platform, one is the Sagemaker. I can tell this is an expert platform where you can experiment a lot of things from a scratch. Like you will be writing a code, you will be writing, you will be selecting all these GPUs, the storage size, everything, right? Yeah. Amazon Poly, yeah, Dynamo is over. Yeah, we have Lex. Amazon Lex. It's obviously like a deep learning engine that is powered by Alexa. I guess, like, I know, like, everybody are aware about this Alexa, I guess, right? I'm a fan of Alexa. Obviously, like, we have a Google Home, we have Alexa, we have Siri, right? A lot of things, of course. Like, Lex is a platform which is built from Alexa. Of course, like, it's now it is available for a developers, like, where you can process a natural language, you can build chatbots, guys. Like, chatbots are doing Amazon, like, their chatbots are doing amazing job right now. You can know, like, what are the, like, you can, if you are going to any website or maybe some other, like, e-commerce website, like, of course, like, Flipkart, for example, like, and they have like, amazing chatbot. Like, of course, like, you can do all your, like, you can do, like, you don't want, now I can tell, like, you don't want any human to sit in front of a chat machine and they don't want to chat with anyone. Like, you can deploy chatbots in the websites, and chatbots can do all your work, like, like, if you're sleeping, like, of course, like, you don't want to, like, you can just go and sleep, and you can, like, all the jobs will be done by a chatbots, right? Of course, like, Amazon Lex is now it is available for the developers. You can build real-time chatbots by using Amazon. Like, I will now I will just show how this Amazon Lex platform looks like and what you can do. Okay, LEX. I don't want to search. Yeah, right. Fine. That's great. Okay. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. This is how the Lex platform looks like. I can simply click get started, and you can see, like, uh, you can create your own chatbot, and there are some chatbots which is already built for you guys, right? If you are using BookTrip, like, order flowers, or maybe, like, you can see, like, it is already built for some of the platforms, and you can build your entire chatbot from the scratch, maybe for your own business, or maybe, like, maybe, like, if you want to work, like, if you want to build chatbot for someone else, right? Yeah, you can build your own chatbot from this place. And if you don't want, like, if you want to pick something else, like, maybe like the chatbots which is available right now, like, you can I guess, like, you can modulate, maybe according to your use case, and you can do the amazing job with it, right? And this is how the use of Lex normally. Yes. And quickly, let us go into transcribe. Yeah. uh, yeah, Amazon Transcribe is an automatic speech recognition process, like, uh, where it can add a speech to text capability, right? Now, like, we hear it like voice, like, what are the things, like, we have seen, like, we have a poly, what, like, poly, like, it does, like, it converts the text to speech, right? Here we have a transcribe, where you can add your speech, like, it converts your speech into text, right? It is an amazing, like, it's an amazing platform. Of course, like, you can, there are a lot of use cases, guys, you can work it on, like, for example, speech to text, right? Of course, like, for example, like, if you want to convert, like, speech to text, of course, you can use this platform. Like, I can tell, like, you can work it on some of the use cases, like, for example, for like, disabled people, like, if they want to, like, uh, convert something to speech to text, right? You can use this Amazon Transcribe services in AWS, right? Yeah. Yeah, this is one of the amazing platform, I can tell, recognition. Of course, like, this is the platform which is especially built for sorry, image or video conversion. And of course, like, recognition comes with its own API, and you can tell SD, there are a lot of SDK support. And of course, like, you can use this SDKs directly, and you can do image recognition directly, like, as I told. It's the same thing, like, what are the slides which I showed previously, right? You have that like how we have converted our the numbers, like the text which I have, like the pictures which I have displayed, right? The 1 or 6 or 7, how we the machine learning works, like how the neural network works, right? Recognition is also a process. You don't want to care about all this building your neural networks and hidden layers, all those things. Like the platform is already built. You can download the SDKs and you can start working on. Yeah, now we can go for the demo. Yes, yeah, I'm really excited about this. uh yes, yes, here. Yes, yeah, here we have recognition, right? Yeah, I can tell this is an amazing platform, right? Like, of course. Come on. Yes, yeah, this is how this recognition platform looks like. Yeah, now we can go for demo. Of course, like the demo is loading for us. Of course, like the images, it has been processed, and now you can see it's giving a results for us, right? Now it's you can see they have some two pictures, like which for the sample images, and it is getting processed, and you can see it is clearly showing the informations in the image. You can see there's a person, of course, like it's great, right? It's just clearly it's representing it's a person, of course, and it's a car. Wow, it's a skateboard, it's representing easy, like of course you can see like how it represents it. You are not writing any code here. You just I can show one of the, like I can like we can do some real time uh, demo here, of course. Let me pick one good picture here. Maybe yes. Okay, I'm not going to insert my picture. Fine. Okay. I'll quickly go to the folder. What we have here. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Let us just you can import this picture. Let us see like what's happening, right? You can see like after importing my picture, like it's getting analyzed. Wow. It's okay. It's a person. Of course, even I can't able to recognize that it's a clear person. It can able to identify clearly. It's a person, of course, right? And you can see, of course, guys, can you able to recognize this is a motorcycle? Can you able to, like, even I don't know like whether it looks like a car, like something like it, like for humans, right? For us still it takes a little bit of time to process, of course. And it got processed immediately, and it is showing it's an image, of course, and it is a person. Of course, you can see this is a wrong thing with like a bad thing with machine learning. It's telling it's a person. There's no one in here, right? Yeah, of course it's telling it's a wheel. Of course it looks like wheel, right? Yeah, and now we can see the informations on the right side. Of course it's telling it's a, and it's giving the values to you guys. Okay, it's telling it's 99.5% it's a factory. Of course it's a factory, right? And it's showing a building, of course, like factories as buildings, right? And we have humans, of course, persons. Assembly line, that's great, of course, like factory as assembly line. Of course there is a robotic assembly line where it is a welding process happening. Manufacturing, of course, you can see more, and you can see the vehicles, motorcycles, machines, motors, wheels, of course, the lot, right? This platform is amazing, right? Yeah, and let us go to the next example. What they have, image moderations, of course, and this is the platform where you can do the moderations of the image, like where you can blur the image, of course. Yeah, you can use for the different types of analysis. Let us go to the facial analysis, right? Yes. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Wow, like now you can see like some default picture, like the sample picture what they have here. And of course like it recognizes, and it tells like, okay, like it points the face, and let us see what it's telling. Like looks like a face. Obviously it's a face. 99.9% it's a face. Appears to be female. Wow, like it represents the gender. Wow, again it's like age. It can able to recognize its age. Okay, it's a 20 to 38 years. Obviously, yes. Yeah, fine. Okay, smiling. Wow, of course, like she is smiling. Appears to be happy, wearing glasses. Yes, correct, right? See guys, like it's so amazing here. Like of course, like use this platform, you can download your SDKs. Like, of course, you can work it on that, and you can build amazing things out of that. Okay, let us click this picture. Let us see like what it tells. Of course, it's analyzing, and wow, it's like, of course, looks like a face, appears to be male. Yes, we have male in that. Age, of course, 26 to 43. Of course, the parents are there. I guess they are not 43. Fine. Okay, smiling. Of course, they are smiling. Appears to be happy. Not wearing glasses. Okay, that's fine. Eye open. Mouth is open. Wow. Of course, like there are a lot of different types of parameters available. Of course, like this platform, of course, they is built by an AWS, and they have some different types of features what they have available. You can see different types of parameters what you can search for. Wearing glasses, smiling. You can add your own parameters, right? And let us go to one more feature what they have available. Celebrity recognition. Wow, 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 wow. We have Jeff Bezos here. Yeah, amazing man. I love him. Yes, CEO of Amazon, right? And of course, it's recognizing who is this person is, right? Yes. And we have one more person here. Yes. Yeah, it can, of course, it recognizes, of course, like you can go and you can upload your own images, and it recognizes whether he is a celebrity or not, right? I think I don't have any celebrity photo. Fine, it works, no problem with that. Yeah, face comparisons. The next feature is the face comparisons, what we're going to look. Yeah, it's like, of course, like comparing between the two different faces, right? Like you have one more, like you can insert one picture here, you can insert one picture here. I think I can show my demo. I guess like we have one photo here. Okay, this looks like me. It's a small tiny me. I guess like this is a my collect picture. Never mind. Okay, like of course, it clearly shows that this man, whoever here, it's not equal to this. Like she is not he is not she, right? Yeah, this how the comparison works. You can use this wonderful picture. Yeah, and I love this text in an image, right? Yeah, means like I will tell the great thing about this, right? Means we literally done this. Like I will tell like what is the use case we worked on. It is a little bit funny, but we use this for specific purpose, right? Like when I'm in the college, of course, like we have our staff, like they run like a horses, of course. Like we couldn't like it's so much difficult for us to take the notes. What we did, right? Of course, like we take our own smartphones and we take a photos and like whatever she writes on the board, right? Of course, like then we use this platform. We uploads into that, and we fetches all this text, and we just used to copy here, right? This is how it works. Of course, you can use this model, like you can use this feature to extract the text from this, right? This works amazingly. Of course, you can add some of the use cases. For example, if you are using this feature for maybe like in order to capture maybe the vehicles which is crashing in a traffic signal, right? You can use, of course, like example which I'm showing as of right now in the screen. Of course, you can use this uh, a technique to extract all the informations outside, right? Yeah, and we have one more thing, video analysis. Of course, I guess it takes some time. Okay, no problem. Like it analyzes the video, and it captures like how many peoples are there inside, and whether do have any celebrities inside, all those things, right? Yeah, fine. I guess like it takes some time. Yeah, this is how it works. Like you can also analyze it. Okay, I think it's done. Okay, like we have a video of a Jeff Bezos. I think they are speaking in some of the conferences, right? Yeah, what happens if I'm moving here? Yes. Yeah, yeah, I think it's done. Yeah, again, we have two celebrities here. We have two persons here. Yeah, and they are the two celebrities. Of course, human, people, person, audience, crowd, speech. Yeah, of course, like it represents, like it analyzes the entire video. You can use this feature. It's an amazing one, obviously. Yes. Okay, fine. Okay, let's go to the next thing. Amazon Translate feature. What we have here, of course, you can use this Translate feature for. It's a similar to what Google has. You can do the real time translation. I will quickly show that demo. Uh, this is great. I can tell. Okay, translate. Yes, it's a real time translation process. Like you can do the translation in a real time. Fine. Like you can also like you can work on some of the use cases here. Yes. Yeah, I will just click real time translation. Okay, like even I don't want to pick any language here. I will just select auto mode and I will select English. Maybe let's make some difference. Okay, I will. Okay, there are some limited amount of languages here. Okay, let me select Chinese. Even I don't know Chinese. Maybe like I will try to write my name. Okay. Okay, you can see this translations happening in a real time, right? Yeah. Maybe there's no Hindi here. Okay, that's fine. Arabic. Wow. The translation happens in real time. Of course, like you can also link to your websites, and you can also work on some of the use cases. You can use this. You can get directly the service from Amazon Translate, and you can uh, deploy it on a website, or maybe like if you're working on specific use cases. Obviously, this will work, right? Yeah. Okay, this is what we have in AWS, and there are some other bunch of features available in AWS. Like they have a lot of things: text, track, forecast, deep lens, right? Means there are some new features. Means for each and every year, like Amazon does reinvent program, they release a lot of features every year. Yeah, we have just seen the top trending features in Amazon web services on in terms of machine learning. Okay, this is all the possibilities. What are the things which is available in machine learning platform of AWS? And of course, like still I have something to show you guys. Okay, here is the part. Here I have some surprise for you guys. Like, do you know like what is a surprise? Okay, like let me go and let me show like what is a surprise, right? Okay, quickly before this, uh, let me ask some questions. Okay, like let me give some funds for you guys. I guess like it's a time to give some prize money for you guys. Okay, like now. I'm asking some of the questions what I told, right? Means I means in the slides. Okay, the first question, right, guys? Just here, like what I'm saying, the first question for a prize money, the what are the cash prize which I'm going to give? It's a prize money for 100 rupees. Okay, like you can win 100 rupees. Here you can win. Okay, the question is means when I'm explaining about CPU, GPUs, and TPUs, right? Just tell me like whoever tells the full form of what is TPU is, right? What stands for TPU, they wins 100 rupees. Like now you can see the chat platform here. You can quickly you can go here and you can type it out. What is TPU is. You can tell like what stands for TPU. You can just tell the full form. You can answer this. You can answer the specific questions, and whoever answers first, they will get 100 rupees, right? Yeah. And of course, like our team will follow up you guys, and they will proceed with a prize money. Yes. And now, yeah, we have still the surprise is okay. Now, like I have one more surprise here. The surprise is nothing but now I think you have a like go and refresh your pages, like whatever the platform what you are looking at. Like you have, I guess, like you are in this exact platform, right? Yeah. Go and refresh your pages right now. There is some surprise waiting for you guys, right? Go and refresh now. It's nothing but, of course, here's the guys. Here's the surprise, right? We are organizing a 2 days workshop on machine learning and artificial intelligence in AWS, right? It's happening on 2nd and 3rd of March. Okay. Okay, this In this 2 days workshop, we will be completely working on machine learning platform, like the two trending platforms what I told, the machine learning platforms and AWS SageMaker, right? These are the two platforms what you're going to work on. I will just give some details about this workshop, like what exactly you are looking at. This is actually a 2 days workshop. The first day workshop, what I told, like you'll be working on completely on machine learning platform. What I told, you don't need any prerequisites for that. You don't need any programming skills for that. You just need to have enough knowledge how to use your PC and internet, right? Remaining thing we will show, like how you can execute, like how you can do machine learning, everything, right? We will be using the same data sets what I showed in an Excel sheets, and we will teach how you can train your model, and you can how you can do the predictions from that, right? And of course, like why you don't need any programming knowledge for the first day. Like first day is especially designed for when you want to like clearly understand what you can do with the machine learning and how you can work, right? Just imagine like you can also use some other data sets. For example, like you have collected your energy data of your home, and now you need to do a machine learning with that without any programming knowledge. Like of course, like you can do with that first day workshop, you can predict what exactly will be your what exactly will be your energy consumption for the next upcoming months, right? And SageMaker, for the second day, will be moving little bit of advancement, where you'll be learning the complete thing about the AI. You'll be using Amazon SageMaker. You'll be doing all the things, because like you can't do everything on the machine learning platform. It's a templates, because you want to know what's happening behind, how you can write your own programming in a Python, whatever, right? That's how like you can use, like we are using AWS SageMaker on the second day, and we'll be doing a Python programming. And just guys, don't worry about, like if you are not good at programming, like if you're having any basics about a programming, like if you are working on a C or C++, whatever, right? You can it's more than enough. Like we have our mentors here, like we'll be working with you, like we will be guiding you guys, like what's happening in that programming. We'll be explaining each and every line of the programming. And one more surprise is, right, we will be giving our free resource material. This time, like we'll be giving free resource material. It's a material like where we have explained all our processes clearly, what's happening in that code, what's happening with that, why you are selecting that the GPUs or TPUs, why you are using Jupyter notebooks. All those things we are clearly explained, right? And the second day, what exactly you're doing, right, you will be doing image recognition, as I told. Like just imagine you have a 10 flowers in your table, and you can, it's all the flowers looks unique, and you can't able to recognize what flower is that. And it's not like you can do the machine learning with that. You can able to identify what is that flower is. Clearly you can able to identify that flower is, right? Yeah, here's the play, right? And here is the question. So one more question, the second question, guys, listen carefully, is the second question. It's a question for 200 rupees. It goes like, now listen carefully, right? Guys, listen carefully. It's a second question for 200 rupees. Okay, the question is, okay, I have showed different platforms, the different services, what is available in AWS web services. Okay, okay. Just tell me, what is the platform which I showed, especially used for text to speech conversion process? Text to speech, right? What is the platform which we used right now, which I showed you guys to convert text to speech, right? Just just inform what is that platform is. Those people will be getting 200 rupees prize money, right? Yeah. And and we have one more, the last third question. It's going to be an amazing question. Like I have just changed our mood. We have just changed our mood. Like we went a little bit crazy, and now we're going to give away 3,500 rupees worth AWS credit for next question. It's, guys, just remember, it's a 3,500 rupees worth AWS credits. As I told, I will just show, like AWS is not a free service. As I told, AWS is actually a it's a paid service. As I told, like when you are creating your AWS account, it is valid for like they provide 1 year free trial. Free trial is nothing but for example, if you take each and every services, they have some valid time. Maybe like you can use this service for 1 month, maybe 2 months or 3 months, right? So like in order to use these services for maybe like if you want to if you want to use more than the free trial, you need to pay for that services, right? So here I am providing a free credits which is valid for 3,500 rupees, guys. It's a 3,500 rupees, right? Like you can use that service, like you can, we'll be giving that credits for free for you guys. Those who answer that last question which I'm going to ask, right, those guys going to get 3,500 rupees worth AWS credits, which will be valid for next 6 months, I guess. Yes, of course, you can use that AWS like 3,500 rupees, that's it comes $50 credits for next 6 months, right? Yeah, I will ask this question quickly. Let me explain further. Yeah, this is are the two platforms what we're going to work on for in our upcoming workshop: Amazon Machine Learning and Amazon Sagemaker. Guys, just believe me, like this workshop is going to be amazing, right? You'll be like, we'll be having a lot of fun in workshop. We'll be learning a lot of things in AWS about machine learning and Sagemaker. There are a lot of added services, like we'll be learning about S3 buckets, like how you can import the data in that, how you can get the data from that S3, and how you can push the data to machine learning, a lot of stuff, right? And I'm again going crazy. I'm going further, and I'm going to give still some good prizes to you guys, right? Yeah, and this workshop is, as I told, it's happening on 2nd and 3rd of March and 2019. Of course, we are in the 2019. The timings are 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's the same for the both the days, and this is a location, guys. This workshop is happening in Bangalore. Um, it's the exact location, and I can share you a location when it is like I can share you through an emails, whatever, in upcoming workshop. And again, surprise! There's one more surprise is here waiting for you guys. Of course, like the 3,500 rupees AWS credits, what I told, right? It's not only for this webinar. We are also giving 3,500 rupees worth AWS credits one who is booking tickets for a workshop. Of course, like let me speak about a little bit about the tickets. We have two types of tickets. One is a per person ticket where you can book for one person, and where you can book for groups. Like if you are coming with a group for 3 persons, you can book for 3 persons. Of course, like we made our pricings like as comfortable as possible for you guys. Like for the first day, like for one person, we are charging 800 rupees per person for the entire 2 days. Like you'll be getting a free resource material from us. And of course, like for the 3 persons, right, this is the amazing thing. Like if you are coming with a group, if you are coming with your friends, for example, if you're coming with the 3 peoples, right, like obviously like we are providing 10% discount again for them. And like if you're including the discount, you'll be paying 2,100 rupees. And not only that, right, we want to do some favors for you guys, right? That's what, like if you're like coming with a group, if you're paying through 2,100 rupees for 3 peoples, and we want to give that money back to you guys. That's why we are giving this credits, which is valid for, which is 3,500 rupees AWS credits for you guys. Just back to you guys, like whatever you're paying, like you're getting 1.2 times back, right? Don't miss it. Register right now. Like that's what I told, right? Refresh your pages, and now you can able to you can able to see, like you can able to see like what exactly we are looking into, right? Yeah, you can go through what we are actually teaching for the entire 2 days here. And you can see like we have displayed all our content here, what exactly we'll be teaching for the entire 2 days. You can see like the highlights. We'll be learning the fundamentals of machine learning and AI, the core part of that, data processing, how you can do training, how you can do classification, of course, like Python programming, image recognition, TensorFlow. Of course, we are using TensorFlow, guys, the leading algorithm in the world. We are going to use TensorFlow for the machine learning, right? And S3, how to use S3. And we have displayed our all curriculum of the entire 2 days. You can guys, don't wait, go and book like go and register our web for our upcoming workshop. It's happening on 2nd and 3rd, right? We have only limited amount of seats. That's the problem. Like last time we conducted IoT workshop where we can accommodate only like 25 people. Like that's what, like we made our restrictions, but we had like enough traffic, like where we couldn't like get a lot of people. But but still, like, we made, like, we have only 25 peoples, like we can only accommodate 25 peoples. You can go and register as soon as possible. Like, our tickets are online already. You can go and book as of right now, and go and get amazing prices. Go and get the amazing prices, what I told, 3,500 rupees AWS credits, right? As I told, AWS is providing an amazing service throughout the world. Of course, like, AWS is a world leading cloud platform. They have a bunch of services. You can use that credits, 3,500 rupees, to explore for the next three is a yeah sorry it's for 6 months, what I told. You can explore entire AWS for the next 6 months. You can go and you can play with the entire service. You can look at this, all these services, right? Go and explore the services. Go and explore. You can go and explore this, all these services. You can play with that. You can develop your skill, right? Of course, like machine learning, whatever I'm speaking about, machine learning, artificial intelligence, no more. It's nothing. It's like, no more it is called as advanced technologies. It's just entering into our real life. It's now, it's our turn, right? It's not, it's our turn to get skilled in those technologies. Guys, go and start registering to our workshop, and hope we can meet in 2nd and 3rd of March. We can have real fun in AWS of experimenting on machine learning on Amazon SageMaker for the entire 2 days, right? Yes. And finally, let us come back to our surprise. Okay, the final question for 3,500 rupees credits, right? The final question goes like, just listen very carefully, guys, right? Okay. Okay, like the last question, the third question for 3,500 rupees credits for AWS goes here. Here is the question, right? Okay, I have in a slides, right? In the slides where I'm explaining about the how the image is recognized, right? The image which I showed in a picture, the tree, right? And what is the pixel of that, and how I converted into the neurons, right? Like, what is the question is, what is the pixel of that image, and what is the neurons of that image, right? This is the question for 3,500 rupees AWS credits, right? Go and answer this question. Those people will get 3,500 rupees worth AWS credits. You can go and you can deploy that credits in AWS, and you can explore for the next 6 months. This is the question, right? The last question is the picture which I showed in a slide, what is the resolution of that, and what is the neurons of that picture? How did I converted that neurons? How did I show the first layer of the neural network? How did I converted it, right? What is the number of neurons, right? Yeah, guys, go and answer this question. This is the last question which I asked, right? Go and answer this question. Like, those people will get the first person who is answered this question will get 3,500 rupees in credits, right? Our team will contact those person, and he can able to get the prizes, right? Guys, I forgot this. Like, those who answered these questions, just mention your email addresses there. That will be easy for us to track, right? Just mention your email addresses behind that, right? Still, if you fail to mention that, now you can mention your email addresses for 100 rupees price what I asked, and 200 rupees price what I asked, right? And the last price for 3,500 rupees AWS credits, right? Just answer this question, and obviously, of course, you'll be getting that prizes. Our team will be contacting you guys, and let us check some of the questions what we have here. Yes, here a lot of people answered our questions. And of course, let me block this. I think it will be repeating for you guys. Yes, here. Yes, thanks Sumita for mentioning your email address. I can able to see. Of course, yeah, a lot of people have answered the questions. Let me, yes, and what other questions are here? Do we have any questions? Fine. Yes. Yeah. Yes, exactly correct. TensorFlow processing unit. Okay, now we have the first question is recognition is used in the parameters are configurable. Yes, of course, it is configurable. It is configurable. I can tell like you can. We will go to the recognition like. Is that? Yeah, means here is the play like as I told like the demos which I showed here, it's all about means it's a demos like it's just for the demo like where you can it's a templates which is built on recognition platform. Like here is the SDK where you can go and you can download the SDK, you can play with an SDK. Of course you can define all your parameters inside. Of course you can, it is possible. Yes, I can tell, right? Yeah. How is the difference from Google Translate, right? mm, Means I don't know like whether Google Translate adds a services like for example like here like if I am like just imagine okay there is some device outside of the market, for example like uh, where it translates. For example, if you just imagine you are integrating voice to text, right? Maybe like a voice to text, right? Or maybe a voice to voice. There is some device in the Chinese market, like where if you are speaking in English, right? What happens basically behind that, right? Just imagine like when you're speaking in an English, of course the English is getting converted into text, right? Just imagine you are using Amazon Translate, and if you are trying to convert text, right? If you're trying to convert the real time translation, right? What I'm talking about, if you want to translate from a text to text, that's what, like if you're translating from English to Chinese, that's what you can do, right? Here the voice is getting converted from a text, that is the first part, and the second part, again the English is getting converted into Chinese, that may be a second part, the second part. And the third part, the Chinese is the Chinese language, whatever it is getting converted, it's again getting converted into the Chinese language, the audio language. That's what, like audio comes, English converted to text, and English converted into Chinese text, and Chinese text is converted to Chinese audio, right? So in order to construct something, there's some services like this. Of course, like AWS as a future to download, like they have a SDKs you can download, you can play with that, you can use to develop such services like this. I don't know, I'm not sure about the Google whether they are providing such type of services, right? Yeah. uh yes, I guess TensorFlow processing unit, of course this is the questions, I guess. Yes, yeah, yeah. So lot, yeah, I guess, of course, like we are end of the webinar. I guess, like, of course, guys. Again, reminder: go and register for a workshop which is happening on 2nd and 3rd of March. Right, it is happening in Bangalore. Right, go and register for a workshop. You will. I'm going to promise you guys, this is going to be an amazing workshop. Right, this is going to be an amazing workshop. We'll be completely working on Amazon machine learning and Sagemaker. Exactly. Right, you will be getting a clear cut knowledge on how you can do machine learning and how you can bring your own models inside, and you can how you can build and train and deploy your models in the real time, right? The first day workshop will be able, like it will be giving a way for you guys to understand how you can do machine learning and how you can play with that. It will give a clear cut knowledge, right? The second day you'll be working completely on a background, like how you can program it by using Python, how you can select your GPUs, and how you can create your endpoint, how the predictions made at the end of the workshop. This is how the workshop is framed. This is going to be an amazing workshop. Go and book our tickets. Of course, like if you're booking a per person ticket, of course, like you can, of course, like yeah, if I forgot to tell you guys, like I'm like I have one more surprise for you guys. Like those who are attending this webinar, as of right now I am providing 10% discount for single person ticket also. Like of course we have displayed in our website itself. Here you can go and see, like we have a per person ticket and we have a per group of ticket. We have 10% discount for everyone who is attending this workshop. This is valid for 74 hours only, guys. This is the coupon code. You can use PSITRON 10. You can use this coupon code for booking your ticket. As of right now, I'm providing 10% discount who is attending this workshop, right? And those who are booking like a per group of three, they have already 10% discount. Along with that, we are providing 3,500 rupees worth AWS credits. Go and book our workshop right now. We can have amazing fun, right? Yeah. Okay, fine. Like those who are going to get credits, I'm just going to show how you can add your credits in AWS. Okay, like if this is your console, you can see your name here and you can go your my accounts, right? In my accounts, you can see all your details here, and yeah, here you can see on the left side you have a dashboard, bills, blah 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 blah, and here from the bottom, the second position, we have credits, and you can click that credits. And I will be emailing you guys. I will be emailing you guys like the coupon code. Okay, this is not a coupon code. This is expired code. Uh, I will be emailing you guys a coupon code, and you can enter here. The credits will be adding here. Like I have some credits already which I am using here, because like we have some $1,000 credits, because like we are into Activate program. It's nothing but a program for a companies where we will be in AWS, supported from AWS, because like that's why we have expertise in AWS. That's why we are conducting all these workshops, training programs, like where AWS experts, they will be our mentors. Actually, they are our mentors. They will be teaching us to use the services efficiently. Okay, this is what you need to do. This is how you need to manage your data. This is how you need to manage your security. A lot of things they teach us. Okay, we are teaching the same thing for you guys in this workshop. No other changes, guys. No other changes. We'll be teaching what are the methodologies, the techniques, architectures, what we are using in our products, right? We'll be teaching the same thing in our workshop. Go and register as of right now. Go and have this, utilize this great opportunity, right? Yeah. This is all for this day, and I guess like you guys have a great webinar. I guess you guys had a great time. I guess like as I told, okay, now it's almost 10:28. We'll be finishing this webinar in next 2 minutes. Go and register for our workshop. We can have some great fun in AWS, right? Yeah. And we'll be also seeing something deep on in this in our upcoming workshop. As I told, we'll be looking about AWS, Amazon SageMaker, and machine learning. We'll be also looking something deep on Amazon Poly and recognition, of course. We'll be doing some of the use cases. We'll be working on some of the projects and recognition too. But our important focus is on machine learning platform and Amazon SageMaker. They are the trending platforms in machine learning. This is what we need to focus on first, right off, right? Yeah. Guys, you can see like AWS is like AWS, like a lot of big companies are using AWS. I can tell like Netflix, for example. Of course, the entire Netflix is running on AWS, right? uh, Means entire Netflix is running on AWS. Of course, the Netflix is using AWS SageMaker and other machine learning platforms in AWS. Maybe like if someone like if you guys are using a Netflix, right? Like means you can see like Netflix automatically like it shows like the matching videos for you. Like it recommends the videos for you, it recommends the episodes for you, right? That's how the service is. Like that is the service which is running on machine learning. That's how the machine learning which is utilized by Netflix on AWS. Of course, like SageMaker works in a better way. Like of course, like we can build of course, like AWS SageMaker, along with AWS SageMaker in a Jupyter notebooks, you can run the entire big data analytics in that. That's what like that is amazing thing about SageMaker. We can run the entire big data analytics in AWS SageMaker. Yes, there are a lot of other services, of course. And as I told, in our company, like we are using machine learning services and we are using IoT services. As I told, like you guys don't believe, like last time we had a amazing, really amazing workshop. Like It's a pretty good workshop what we had. Like we had people's lot of peoples who are working in software background, some of the people's working in hardware background. We had a real fun in AWS. uh, it's a like we worked on IoT core platform. What are the things what we have worked on IoT core? Like we built a hardware where it can connect to an AWS cloud, and we have controlled that hardware remotely. That's what, like, we built on a water dispenser, and like we have controlled that water dispenser remotely. I can challenge you guys, like if you would have attended that workshop, it's like physically, like we built a hardware, and like you guys have configured that AWS from there, from Bangalore. You could have flight to USA, and you can control the device from USA itself. You can monitor from the device from USA itself, right? That's what, like, that really we had some fun. Like we first day we completely worked on hardware. The second day we completely worked on AWS on IoT core. We had a real fun. Like we had like amazing teamwork. Like some of the team will be working on hardware side. There will be a lot of hardware, the soldering, little bit of soldering will be happening, and some other places, like a lot of people's working on embedded C programming. Because like in terms of IoT, you have two parts. One is you have hardware part, where you'll be working on a hardware, where you'll be having a programming part for the embedded C. We used C programming normally, and we have programmed the entire hardware. And the second day we worked on IoT core platform entirely on AWS, and we made a lot of configurations. Like obviously I can tell, like there are some 25 steps what we followed, a lot of configurations, a lot of names we named it, and a lot of certificates we download. We did a lot of stuff. Like this is really amazing stuff. Like, of course, we had a lot of fun. Of course, I can challenge you, the same fun we can have in this machine learning workshop. Again, like go and register for a workshop. Like we have only 25. We can only accommodate 25 people in a workshop. We can have a great fun. We'll be building, like, of course, like what are the things which I explained in the slides, right? How we can build our neural network, how we can build our hidden layers in a neural network. We'll be doing everything in this workshop. We'll be choosing our GPUs, what is the memory size, and we'll be choosing number of neurons, and we'll be choosing algorithms what we need to use. That's what I told. Like you can select your algorithms based on the use case. We'll be using TensorFlow in this workshop for the second day. We'll be doing image recognition basically on that, right? Of course, I need to speak something about the TensorFlow. What I am told, TensorFlow, of course, like it's one of the successful platform. Of course, like TensorFlow means now it is acquired by Google. Google is doing a great job in TensorFlow. Now the amazing thing is TensorFlow means they are coming up with the TensorFlow 2.0. Uh, TensorFlow 2.0 can do a lot of things. I can like we can quickly go into TensorFlow website and let us see like what they have in that, right? The good part about TensorFlow, right, means TensorFlow made possibilities to do machine learning in different platforms. Like I can tell, like, okay, this is how, okay, this is a TensorFlow platform. Let us go to the APIs what they have. Okay. Mm-hmm. Fine. Okay, now you can see in the screen, right? Okay, now the TensorFlow is available in Python. You can write the machine learning in Python, of course, and you can use JavaScript. Of course, you can use JavaScript for using machine learning, especially for using one of the famous uh, machine learning platform, TensorFlow. You can just do it in a JavaScript. Wow, just see here. You can use it in a C++. Wow, you can use it in Java, and there are a lot of other opportunities, right? Means TensorFlow, they have come up with a platform called means TensorFlow. Now you can there is one more thing called TensorFlow Lite, right? TensorFlow Lite. TensorFlow Lite is especially built for platforms like mobile devices, for example, your mobile phones and Raspberry Pis. For example, like you can run the machine learning just by using Raspberry Pis. Of course, it is possible. You can run not even a Raspberry Pi, even you can run a machine learning. That's what you can use a TensorFlow by using like maybe like embedded devices. You can use embedded devices, maybe an ARM microcontroller, some other basic microcontrollers. You can run machine learning with that. That's what the machine learning is possible. Like that's what, like, people's may thought like, okay, only the Python programming is so feasible. Of course, TensorFlow is doing a great job. You can do machine learning with JavaScript, C++, Java, right? You can use TensorFlow Lite, for example. If you're working on some of the use cases, like if you're working on Raspberry Pi, you can use TensorFlow directly. It does an amazing job, right? And 2 point like TensorFlow 2.0 adds up. It really going to add the great value, right? And now it is already released, like TensorFlow 2.0. It's now it's in a preview mode. You can go and install it, and you can play with that. It is obviously it is available for the developers, of course. Yeah, this is it, of course. And we are up to time. It's almost 10:36. And again, I want to thank you guys for attending this amazing webinar. And again, go and register for a workshop and just check it out. Like, what are the things what we are teaching here? Uh, go and just you can register for a workshop. We're going to have a real fun. I'm going to say, like, we're going to have a real fun in this workshop by learning machine learning platform on AWS SageMaker. You can click one of the buttons here, and it will be simply directed to the registration page. And here you have a coupon code. You can apply. What are the coupon code which I told? PSITRON 10, right? Apply. Of course, like, it's done. You have applied 10% coupon code. And if you're clicking the per person ticket, obviously you need to pay 709 rupees. That's not like you don't want to pay 799 rupees, right, guys? This coupon code, like what I'm showing here, it is only valid for 76 hours, right? Guys, just see the value which we are providing, right? We going to give a free resource material for this workshop, where we have the entire documentation about this machine learning, where we have clearly given a documentation like how you can use this machine learning, how you can improve the machine learning platforms, or you can improve the models. And this workshop, like, it is valid for 1,500 rupees, like, entirely the free resource material along with a workshop, the 2,500 rupees. Like, we are just giving this for you guys for 799 rupees, not even 799 rupees. Now I am providing 10% discount for you guys. Just use that coupon code and register for our workshop today. This is only valid for 76 hours. 76 hours, only 76 hours. The coupon code expires in 76 hours, right? Guys, go and register right now. Hope we can see in a workshop and we can have some real fun, right? Yeah. And this is Sharad Kumar signing off. Hope we had a real time in this workshop. Hope we can meet in a workshop. Bye, guys. Have a great night. Good night. Bye. Have fun.